Hello guys and welcome to the Arsenal versus Liverpool Matchday vlog. Make sure that you subscribe to Grizz Khan on YouTube. The link to become a channel member will be in the description below. Make sure that you also follow at Top Football Show on Twitter and on YouTube. My personal Twitter as well will probably be in the description below. So if you want, follow that up as well, because the like, the subscriptions, the following, all of that extra motivation is what gets us to actually do this kind of content. So you guys supporting this channel and supporting Grizz and supporting me and all sorts, that helps us create all of this sort of content. So keep on doing that, guys, and I just thank you guys in advance for doing so. Anyway, let's just jump straight into the matchday vlog. At the end of the video, we'll do a little recap and a little bit of a review of the game itself and the events of the Arsenal versus Liverpool game, because there are a lot of talking points. See you then.
I don't see how that was offside.
Come on, man.
From hitting it, but I don't know.
Come on, man.
Yeah! Come on! Get in! 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0. Well in! Go on, Gabby! Go on, Gabby! Go! Go on! Yellow! Way! Hey, ref! Oh, bore off! Go on! Come on, boy.
Sweet. Again, come on.
That's it.
Good boy. Take him on. That's it. Take him on. Make sure, Arsenal, make sure. Make sure.
Come on. Go on.
Take him on. Take him on. Take him on.
Go on. Let's go! Woo! Back post!
Jesus!
Win the header! Offside.
Run him in, run him in, run him in.
boy.
Well, wow, what a game of football. I'm not going to keep this recap and review too long, but I'll give you my thoughts on that game. And Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2, what a game of football. From the first half to the second half, the goals, the energy, the commotion, everything. That's exactly what you want to see in an Arsenal versus Liverpool game. For me, it's one of the games I look forward to every season. And Arsenal-Liverpool is always that game where there's so many goals. I believe it is the highest scoring fixture in Premier League history. Arsenal-Tottenham might be, or Arsenal-Liverpool. It's one of those games where there's always so many goals. And it's happened again, 3-2 to Arsenal today, and it was a great game. The first half for me, Liverpool showed, you know what, that 4-2-3-1 is a system that can be worked on. NUNEZ up front, Salah, Diaz, Jota, it looked good. And NUNEZ, for me, I just start with him because he's a player who always gets criticised. His first touch, he doesn't look good, yada, 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 doesn't hold up the ball. But for me, he's a player, man. He's a player, he's a problem because he runs around so much. He's hard to stop. You know, he drags defenders left and right. You know, he gets in the box. He's aggressive. He's what you want in a number 9, man. If you play to his strengths, you're going to have a player there. And Liverpool did that, and he got the goal that he actually did deserve. His celebration was questionable though. I'm not going to lie, it's very questionable. But apart from that, the goal itself was good. And, you know, the way he played in Liverpool's 4-2-3-1, I was impressed in that first half. Thiago and Henderson, you know, in the middle, look good. They look good, man. They look good. Henderson offered that, you know, physical security on the ball. His passing was decent. Thiago the same. He was turning. He was trying to pick out Diaz at times and Salah, and Diaz would get the ball, he'd switch it out to Salah, so they'd always have that out ball, they'd always have the direct play available to them with that 4-2-3-1. That formation lets you play more direct, lets you be more aggressive. It's a formation I really enjoy watching, a 4-2-3-1, and Arsenal's kind of 4-3-3. It's kind of a 4-2-3-1 at times, but most of the time it's a 4-3-3. It's an interesting tactical matchup, and Partey in the first half for Arsenal was nowhere to be seen. I think with having NUNEZ and Jota near him, he was a little bit confused as to what he was actually meant to do, and he couldn't really get a handle on the game. Every 50-50 he seemed to be losing, and it wasn't just him, it was Odegaard, it was SAKA, you know, SAKA, Martinelli, well, Martinelli maybe less so, but a lot of the players were losing their one-on-one duels. Tomiyasu, though, I'm going to big him up because Salah, every time he came down that right-hand side, he stood strong, and most of the time he got the ball. I think for me, Tomiyasu is probably Arsenal's best one-on-one defender. I know that's mad, maybe with William Saliba in the team, but for me, I really mean that. Tomiyasu, I've watched him countless times now, and I think this guy, every time I watch him, he's an absolute animal. His only problem is injuries, because if he stays fit, I'm pretty sure he'd be a first-team regular at Arsenal. I know Tierney, even Zinchenko, as much as we love them, Tomiyasu is a beast, man. He's an absolute beast. And I think what a player he is. He can play left back, centre back, right back, and do it all to great effect. So for me, Tomiyasu, he's a player to watch this season. Let's see if he stays fit. But going back to the game, Arsenal, of course, scored that early goal, got the goal early, set the tempo. But as I said, Liverpool just controlled the game after that. Arsenal couldn't really get into the game. They were winning 1-0. NUNEZ ends up getting the goal that you felt was coming the whole time. But towards the end of the first half, Arsenal score a goal. Martinelli, he runs, he chops Henderson. Trent comes back, and I'm not sure, to be honest. I love Trent so much, man. I'm not going to lie. He's one of my favourite players to watch, but I don't understand what he's doing there. He's like, is he trying to run out of the stadium? I'm not sure. You tell me. I don't know what he was trying to do. I watched it back, still don't understand. Henderson's tried to stand strong, but Martinelli kind of chops in, plays it across, Saka 2-1 going into the break, and then the second half starts, and Arsenal come out a different team. They come out as the Arsenal that I expected to see. They played the Arsenal way, and that's what I wanted to see from the first half. They played the football that I expected from minute one, but they gave it to us in the second half, and in that second half they dominate the ball, they create countless chances, and before Firmino's goal kind of against the run of play, there was a great finish. And let me talk about Bobby as well, because Bobby Firmino out of contract this summer, and I think Liverpool need to get him tied down, at least give him another extension, because he is a serious player, man. His touches, the way he glides, his finishes, such a great player. Listen, if you Liverpool don't want him, bring him to my team. That's what I'm trying to say. Firmino is an unbelievable footballer, so big him up once again. He got his goal, but Arsenal just came back, man. They just continued what they were doing in that second half, and just continued, got the penalty, made it 3-2. Bukayo Saka stepping up once again, and that kid, man, missing that penalty in the Euros, but ever since he's just been slapping in penalties for Arsenal whenever he's got the chance. He's got the mentality. For me, he's a face of Arsenal. He's everything good about Arsenal Football Club. He represents what an Arsenal player is, and the way he plays football as well represents what you want in an Arsenal player. So for me, Bukayo Saka, I think the new deal's loading. It's going to be signed soon, if not signed already, I don't know. But yeah, face of the franchise, really, as they like to say. So big up Bukayo Saka once again. Gabriel Jesus, what a warrior. The guy was knocked out at one point, I'm pretty sure. Came back, put his head in between Van Dijk and Alisson. You know, this guy is brave. Won us a penalty. So for me, big up Gabriel Jesus as well. But Arsenal, as I said, were playing well in that second half. They showed me that, you know, if you want to be a top team, you've got to dominate your opponents, man. You've got to dominate your opponents in the midfield, and they did just that. And they dominated the game in that second half. They played the football they wanted to play, and Henderson lost his head. You know, Xhaka, I don't know what was happening there. There's been some speculation. I don't want to get too much into it, but Henderson lost his head. The Liverpool players were confused, and Klopp made the most surprising decision for me, taking off Mohamed Salah in the 68th minute, I believe, and that just gave everyone even more belief in the stadium that it was Arsenal's day. When you take off Salah, for me, that just shows, I don't know, you're playing for a draw. I listened to Klopp after the game. He said he was kind of happy with the draw, like he thought the game should have been a draw rather. Yeah, for me, it doesn't scream Klopp. I think Klopp is doubting himself right now, to be honest, and that's not something I associate with Klopp. Everyone's a human being, I guess, so you can go through these kind of moments, but Klopp is someone I expect attack, heavy metal football, whatever happens. But right now, I think the results have got to him, and he just wants to get results, even if it's a point, even if it's 3 points. He's just happy to get something just to keep Liverpool afloat. But for me, you take off Salah, it's a big decision. You take off Jota, it's not good. It just sets a bad tone. There was one touch after Salah left, a loose touch by Arsenal on the right side. If Salah was there, he would have got the ball, he probably would have scored. And those are the kind of things that you miss out on when you start being a little bit more negative and you stop being as positive as maybe you should be. But apart from that, I don't want to keep this too long. As I said, Arsenal won 3-2, top of the league. And can Arsenal continue this? I know people talk about injuries, all sorts. Yes, it can happen. But for me, I look at Arsenal's team, the first 11, even the bench, the Nketiahs, the Fabio Vieira's coming on. It's still looking good. Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko didn't play. The team's good. You know, Elneny might be back soon. I'm hearing he might be back maybe in a month. It might be a bit too late for this run in October. But Arsenal's squad isn't that bad. You know, and if they add a few more players in January, who knows what Arsenal could do this season. That's when, let's see if Arsenal can just keep what they're doing until the World Cup. And then in the January transfer window, we revisit this situation and see if the owners want to actually back Mikel Arteta even more. If they do, then wow, we might have a serious title challenge on our hands. You never know. But if they don't, then probably Man City will just walk away with this league title. But if Arsenal can continue this form and have some investment in January rather, then maybe this season we could see something in the Premier League, something a little bit more interesting. I think most people are kind of bored with Man City winning the league. Just want to see something different at this point, because this is not the Bundesliga we're talking about. This is not, you know, I don't know, disrespect to other leagues, but I just keep on mentioning them. But yeah, this is not other leagues. This is the Premier League, and we need competition. And I hope at least Arsenal can offer Man City proper competition. I know it's hard, that they're a well-oiled machine, as I like to say, but let's see what they can do. Liverpool tried for many years, successful on few occasions, not every occasion. But now maybe it's Arsenal's turn to carry the baton of being that challenger and trying to topple this juggernaut in Man City. But that's for another day and another discussion. But anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to Grizz Khan. Make sure you subscribe to Top Football Show on Twitter, on YouTube. You can become a channel member as well. Subscribe to my personal Twitter as well. All of this will be in the description. So yeah, big up you guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Your support, you know, just gives us motivation. Even sleepless nights we're going through, man, just to get content out here. But you know what, it is what it is. The game's a game, and you guys just keep us going. So big yourselves up, guys, and yeah, man, I'll be back with you guys next time.